Time is the essence. Time is the season. Time ain't no reason. Got no time to show. Time everlasting. Time to play these sides. Time ain't on my side. Time will never know. Burn out the day. Burn out the night. Now I want to tell you what's wrong from what's right. I've seen suns that were freezing and lives that were blue. But I'm burning for you. I'm burning for you. Burn out the day. Burn out the night. I can't see no reason to put up a fight. I'm living for giving the devil his due. I'm burning for you. I'm burning for you. I'm burning for you. I'm burning for you.
Hey, everybody. Let me make sure I'm not muted. Let me get my banner on because we all know how that goes. I tried to update, but I'm going to have to leave studio to update. I forgot to add something in my description. I wanted to talk about threatening emails. Seeing as how people like to send threatening emails about threatening people's kids. But we'll get into that. How's everybody doing today on this fine Monday? It was beautiful. The sun was shining. Now the sky's all gray and it looks like it's going to rain. And there goes my Teletubby kitty cat. You better get away from that pool. You're going to end up falling in that swimming pool, cat. And don't come over here biting my cords. Nope. So, hey, Wise Angel. Hey, Patricia Sal. Oh, God, I can't even talk today. Hey, Clemson girl. So, there's, I don't know, there's all kind of crap going on as usual. But I found this really interesting story. Well, not interesting, but really gruesome, I should say, about this mom and her baby. I'm gonna read it to you. It's it's a something. In fact, I'm gonna bring it up before I forget. I know I sent it to my messenger. But and then of course, people are out here sending threatening emails, threatening, to unalive people's kids, and yeah. I mean, you already lose it when you go there because that's all you got. That is all you got. That is definitely all you got. When you got to resort to threatening people, hey, Mac, I'm going to tell you what, you can talk about me all you want, but one thing you can't say is I don't get on here and lie about your dumbasses. I don't get on here and play fake evidence like you dumbasses. I get on here and I review exactly what you put out on your channels. I show the emails that you send, no one else. You can say what you want for me about me, but I'll be damned if you're going to come for my kids. My kids have nothing to do with you two. That just shows me what kind of scum you really are. And guess what? The emails are now in the right hands. And you know what, honey? We don't live in some little hick town that don't give two shits about internet threats. I live in a big town where they actually have a department that handles this crap. And that's who has your emails. And I'm sure the IT guy will not have a hard time finding out exactly where those emails came from. And I've already bet him on who it was because it's the first time you threatened to unalive my kids, but it's not the first time your little group has sent me emails. Remember, like 8 months ago when you were sending them out to all of us that were talking about you guys? Yeah. You don't threaten no one's children, and you never threaten to unalive no one's children. I don't talk about your personal life because I don't give two shits about your personal life. For me, it's you two. That's it. But I told you all, I warned you. You come for my family, you mess with my kids, it's on. It's on. You asked for it, you got it. Let's see who wins this war, baby. Because, see, you haven't seen me be the bitch I can be yet. Fuck with my kids again. Threaten my kids' lives again. Over a stupid YouTube review that I called you out on your own goddamn lies for? With receipts, because, see, unlike you, I have real receipts. Okay, rant's over. Um, People have been asking me, hey, it's me, Amberly. Hey, SoFlo. Beta Jade and her company and her little buddies, like Mr. Black Wolf and stuff. Yeah. Sent me threatening emails that they are going to unalive my kids. Yeah. On Sunday. Because I played a video that she tried to hide. Hey, Joan. Hey, Lorton girl. Yeah. I don't go there. I don't care about their personal lives. To me, it has nothing to do with you two. I would never, ever go with someone's children. Ever. My kids are barely 6 and 8.5. What the hell did they ever do to you? But I handled it. I I'm not I'm not a big cock caller. I'm just not. I believe, they're busy enough. They don't need this crap to deal with. I had never said a word to any, when I got the threatening emails on me, email after email, until they brought my kids into it this time. Then you give me no choice because I will do anything to defend and protect them. But that's exactly where those emails came from. That little group, the company, because that's exactly where they were coming from before. Yeah, it's ludicrous that they think kids are ever part of any online issues. That's why they are called minors. They need protection. Yeah, and see, they really screwed up because my kids get kind of double protected because of the situation. So you really messed up because that made me have to call other people from the state and let them know. Big mess up. Hey, Quirky. Yeah, exactly, Norton girl. I don't do that. I don't do the kid stuff. Hey, blonde one. I don't do the real life stuff. I only review them on what they put out. I don't edit them. That way they can't say that, oh, well, you heavily edit that clip and take it out of context and make it seem what it is. Nope. I don't even bother doing that because I know that's exactly their go-to. There's never no blips in mine because I don't edit the videos. Now I did the mod call and I said I did, and the reason that was done, it was because of the personal information and the really downright vile, nasty attacks that were. I couldn't play that stuff, and I wasn't doxing anybody, and all I did was fast forward through it. I didn't even edit it out. I still have the original. I didn't edit anything out. I just fast forwarded through it because I'm just not doing that. I'm not doxing people. I'm not playing that vile, nasty stuff that was said and done. Didn't have to get the point across. But they think they're going to scare me. No, they just wolfed the bear. Oh, Lord. They're crazy. Oh, thank you, Patricia. Yeah, it's crazy. I couldn't even imagine threatening a child. Hey, it's me, Amberly. I couldn't. That's just not how I roll.
You get a lot of support.
Mhm.
Good.
It's all right. It'll be all right,
Now
friend.
people are on your hand.
Oh,
Oh, they don't want to come our way.
shh, I'm live, and then I'm not muted.
Whatever.
I know you're
Whatever.
pissed. My hubby don't get it yet. You know, he don't get the YouTube stuff, but he takes this stuff very seriously. He didn't the other emails because they didn't specifically physically threaten to do harm. This time they did to my kids. Hey Ryan, so he's not real happy. Oh, I was sent threatening emails about them, threatening to unalive my children. That I need to quit talking about them, about Veda and Steve and their stuff with that down the hole lady, that bedtime rabbit, and now that I need to quit talking about them, or my kids will be unalived because they all got pending court cases. That's not my fault. I didn't take them to court. Beta and them, Beta and her little crew, Mr. Black Wolf and her little crew from Twitter. That's who does her. That's who does the emails. I proved it 8 months ago when they were sending them out to everybody. Yeah, it does, AMAC. It takes a special type of sicko to do that. It does. I mean, I took it offensive when they threatened my dog in the one email from 8 months ago, but my dog will bite you. So go for it. Get near him. Get near me when I'm walking him. He will let you know. Hey, Rita.
I don't get it, man.
Yeah, people are
If
immature.
somebody can stoop that low.
This is how they roll. Ever since someone decided that it was okay to attack KJ's parenting, that group has no ethics anymore. Exactly. And I'm not a KJ fan. I've told it. Everybody knows that. I don't even watch her. I couldn't tell you about her content because I don't watch it. However, the constant harassment and attacks on her is not about her YouTube content. They don't touch that with a 10-foot pole because that would require real work. They just attack her personal life and they go after her parenting and her child and her family. And that's where wrong is wrong. I don't care who you are. I don't care if I like you or not. Wrong is wrong. And you just don't go real life like that. You just don't. Get a hobby. Hell, get a job. I don't know. Do something. Unplug. Because that's what you need to do. Unplug. I'm sick of YouTube letting this mess continue. Yeah. I didn't think there was going to be any changes with the new terms of service add-ons because they do that all the time, but they don't even enforce what they already have. So yeah, I didn't think they would do much because they haven't.
Gotta be smart.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
it would be mine.
Oh, just that.
All right, why is the dog crying again?
Why is he always crying?
Don't give him another
The
chewy.
dog.
He's had too many chewies already this morning or today. Oh, that dog is so spoiled. But too many chewies isn't good. Get a brain scan too while they're at it. Exactly. I don't get it, man. I just don't get taking it that serious. Don't put the lies and the misinformation out there And don't be threatened. I would have never bothered them people if they'd have never started with me in the first place. They make it easy. But they open their mouth, a lie comes out. They make it easy. They put out their own screenshots and stuff. You know, I got involved because of the Marvon and Dre situation. Hey, Mickey, I think I just said that, but it's insane. It's really insane. Grown adults acting like that. I mean, not even in my dumb young years would I ever thought of going after someone's family or child. It's just never, no. If anything, even if I don't like the person and someone's doing it, I'm going to stick up for them. Because, like I said, wrong is wrong. It doesn't matter who it is. But they have yet to be able to prove anything with any receipts at all that I've lied about them about anything because I haven't. Don't need to. Why would you need to get up here and lie? I got to look at myself in the mirror in the mornings. I've got to live with myself. I don't care about them. They're not worth lowering my standards. They're just not. The same thing, like, it's like leave people alone. Just leave people alone. Who's Shad? Oh, Shad Moss. Bow wow. I don't follow. I don't even do Instagram. Why am I getting all these Instagram notifications? I don't even do Instagram. Heck, the only reason why I did an Instagram account was back because of Swagbucks. I don't really do much on Instagram. I've never posted a video on there, or you could go live on there, can't you? Yeah, I've never done none of that. But anyway, knock yourselves out. Oh, I made a mistake of getting. I've never, up until a couple months ago, I never even went to TikTok. Never watched a TikTok video other than on YouTube. When someone showed one, oh heck, it took me days to get out of that rabbit hole. Because there's so many videos. Yeah, now I don't go over there. And my kids will never be, they'll be 30 years old before they're allowed to have a telephone and be on social media if I have my way. Hey, Holy Spackle. But I don't know. And I guess apparently they've always said first I was Nonsense's employee, but then they switched that up because I was complaining I never got paid or never got a raise. So then they switched it up to now I'm Katie's employee. Well, they're going to triple down with that because apparently she left a comment on one of my lives. Hey, Cash, which I didn't know till after it was done, of course. Something about emailing her or something. Okay, so she left a comment. That doesn't mean that I'm working for her or with her. I've never spoke to her. Don't care to. Don't want to. I don't know. Just leave kids alone. That's all I'm saying. Leave kids alone. And if you can't find nothing else, then shut up. Unplug. But leave kids and families alone. And I'm sorry, but if somebody still has a picture posted of Granny's watching minor daughter, YouTube, what the hell's wrong with you? Why are you letting that happen? Why are you not doing something? They are so jealous of her because she's doing so good and she's growing. They can't stand it. Just leave her alone. She doesn't bother you. She's not posting your children. YouTube needs to get on the ball. My doggo was freaked out. My building sways with it, but my friend said her house felt like a truck with it. It's wow, wow. Yeah, it does. It's disturbing that they go for kids. It really is. I mean, come for me all you want. I'm a big girl. I can handle it. They're children. They are very small children, and they are not part of my channel and never will be. There's too many wackadoodles. Oh, my dog. He's barking because he thinks it's going to rain. And this, he should know, as well, he's a Florida dog. He knows we get all the hoopla without the rain, but he's still a nervous wreck. Give him some Benadryl, Frank. Yeah, I have it dosed out. Yeah, I know you can't. That's why I have it dosed out, dude. All right. Is Wackadoodle a dog breed? Could be. Could be, Cash. Their own breed of little creatures. I wouldn't doubt it. Speaking of Wackadoodles, this story, this mother put her baby in the oven. It blew my mind. The baby did. Hey, Marion, the baby didn't make it. The oven was on. I got to be honest. I cried when I read this. When I seen this, I cried. I see. I have seen so much abuse and neglect being a foster parent. I didn't think anything would faze me anymore. It fazed me. It fazed. Oh, Patricia, I cover um, Veda and Renell and EKC. I don't cover Steve unless he's in on their channels and their mod call. They're pissed because I played that mod call. Well, then don't put it out if you don't want it played. 12 or more earthquakes. Oh my goodness. In California? Oh, I don't miss living there. Hey, beer can. So their idea of getting revenge, which, like I said, I think it was 8 months, maybe a little bit longer. I was getting threatening emails about me. But Sunday, they went even low and started threatening to unalive my children if I didn't stop talking about them and their court problems. Don't put it out here if you don't want to talk about it. Because I played a video that she tried to hide. But she knows YouTube. It doesn't matter if she privated it before she even ended the live. As soon as you go live, it's out there. Yeah, she's always mad. She's always angry. I don't believe, though, that she had anything to do with this. I really don't. I just don't think Renell would go there. Now that down the hole lady, that delusional atmosphere there, but I have no doubt in my mind that Beta and them would go there. It's nothing new. It's nothing new. And I shouldn't talk about the drama while I want to show this article, but people really do not understand the criminal and civil charges they are opening themselves to. They are that self absorbed or dark triad traits or just probably all the above. And I ignored the last ones. I will not ignore the one when it's threatening my children. So I had to do something about it. And they're idiots because Beta, unlike you, I don't live in some little town with a very limited police force. They take that serious here. And they have the emails. Hey, Jesse. I'm doing good. How are you? It's good to see you in here. I don't know. There's so many other things you could say. I mean, They made comments because I had that splint in my mouth and they didn't know it was a splint. But if they would have bothered to listen to the live, they'd have heard me, and you would actually heard me taking it out. So I have not put it back in. It's causing me more pain than it is helping. So now I have to go back for the fifth time and see what else they can try to rig up because they rigged that one up just so I could tolerate it at all, but I couldn't. But keep in mind, I think there are some wild cards that just want the world to burn. An example, well, people who are unhinged but used by King Steve. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Surprised. Whoops in that circle. I've never spoke to this man. If it is a man, I just know it goes by Mr. Black Wolf. I don't know if it's male or female. Don't care. Don't interact with these people. Hey, Gina Marie. Yeah, exactly, Joan. Exactly. And the video I played, what did she write in her statement? If anybody that was here did, all she did was go hard for Stevie Boy. I'm like, and you expected that to be admitted into the court record as evidence? That's why it wasn't allowed. Veda, you should have listened to your own statement. It was ridiculous and full of lies and holes, which is so easily debunked, which I've done a million times. I don't know. I just think if I had a legal case going on, the last thing I'd be doing is defending the other person who already got a restraining order against him for the next year. I think I'd be defending myself, but that's just me. You know, I'd just be defending myself. How about this? Don't do the kind of behavior that's going to get you in a court of law. Don't be harassing, threatening, stalking, and going real life on people and going after their families. Maybe that's a good idea. Because I'll tell you what, if it ever comes to that on YouTube, I'm out. I'll pull the plug on myself. Because that's not a person I'd want to be around. But and the parents the moms that are in these chats while they're doing this stuff speaks volumes to me. Because see, I won't participate in anything where anyone's going after someone's family. I won't have nope, want no parts of it. But to be a mom and support these people that are threatening to unalive children, that speaks volumes to me. Oh, thank you, Patricia. Beta is really a potato. Yeah, she's a potato travesty. Oh, and here I am smoking a cigarette, and I'm trying not to smoke, but it's only my first one today, and it's 2:17. I'm doing so good. I'm so close to getting off these cigarettes. I'm thinking about getting a tattoo. I know. Who waits till they're 60 to get a tattoo? Me. I've been wanting to do it since my son passed away. It's his, when you're in high school, or I don't know if it's everywhere, but I know they did it. There was 5 of them that got football scholarships. So, and a couple of them were offered also a hockey scholarship. They had these little rings. They were real thin, put on their biceps. Um, and hey, good Tiffany. I'm trying, good Tiffany. It's hard. I smoked my whole life. It's hard. But that's why you hear me click my lighter all the time. I will click the lighter instead of smoke a cigarette. And that's why I forget about muting this mic. Ugh. Anyway, so you guys don't have to hear me clicking the lighter. But I want to get his football ring put on my ankle. I thought about a portrait of him, but everyone says they're really painful and they take a while. And I'm a big baby. I deal with enough pain. I don't know if I could do it. I know you don't. I do. I can't breathe. Thank you, Jesse. Then click away if it helps. I don't mind hearing it. Well, someone left a comment under one of my videos one time. It was, one of their little group. I don't know. And I thought about it. I said, what if it does bother someone? Because I didn't even realize how loud it was till I played back my video. I was like, wow, maybe it does bother people. Let me stop. Let me mute. But then this mic, I can't tell I'm muted. So I have 11 and 3 for my kids' names. And last one, yeah. Would you just miss? No, none. Still, though, my potato chip holy ground joke was funny. You're always funny, Cash. Go for it. I have my whole slide done. Both my feet, one on my back and one on each hip. And was my last one is a cross on my wrist. Wow. My husband has all his tattoos, but that's when he was in the Navy, and he got most of his tattoos done in Japan. I'll come over. I'll come over. I'll come over, Jesse, for sure. You need a lighter emoji. Maybe I will come up with one. I'm actually going to do my first members live this week. You ever look at all his tats when he's in the military too? Yeah. My husband's got it on his chest, on his biceps. And I told him, I said, you don't even know if they really put your name in Japanese. They could have put you're an asshole. But he said, hey, Lurker. He said, no, that's my name. I'm like, yeah, sure. I didn't know about him until he came home. He didn't tell me beforehand, of course. That was 18 months we didn't see each other because he was doing his year's hardship leave. And what he was involved in at the time, he couldn't just leave and come home. So, because he didn't meet our son till our son was, well, the last time he came home, I got pregnant. So, yeah, our son was 18 months. Did you lighten up the chat? I gifted a membership and you won it yourself. Oh my gosh, only YouTube. Oh, your son, you got to design your son's tattoo? Oh, that's so sweet. Hey, so it's alright. Thank you. Some days it's hard. It is. And then I got this little boy here who so reminds me of him at that age. Total boy, total roughhousing, always wanting to play, got so much energy, he never wants to sit still, but does fantastic in school. And sometimes it's a little hard. And I'm very overprotective because I guess you could call me a helicopter mom, but I keep them close. I want a heart with a barbed wire over the heart. The heart represents love, and the thorns represent all the family I have. That's a good idea. That's sweet. That's really sweet, Jesse. Okay, so I'm gonna, even though I don't like mixing drama with this stuff, I am gonna read this article. I don't know. It just bothered me for some reason. It just really, really bothered me. And this is Crime Online, and I will share the link in the description to the article if anybody wants to look at him. Oh my gosh. What a little angel. Oh, I think that's what hurt the most for me was just, don't show me the picture. That's how they always got me as a foster mom. All they had to do was send me a picture of the baby I had to go to the hospital and pick up after I'd say no. They knew how to get me. And as soon as they send me, this is the baby. I was at the hospital picking that baby up. Yeah. It says it's an update on the Missouri mom who baked baby in oven. Fought like a child, a friend says. Now I can't find. I mean, I'm going to go to the previous. Maybe I should have gotten it previously reported, and then we'll go back to this. Okay. And again, this is Crime Online. There's the mom. It's so sad. It's just so sad. Kansas City mom charged with death of infant she put in the oven instead of a crib. Hey, Revival. She says she thought she put the baby in a crib. Okay. I get that there could be mental health issues, but you still know the difference between a crib and an oven that's on. Um, a Missouri mother has been charged in the death of her 1 month old child after she allegedly put the infant in an oven. Court documents say Mariah Thomas told family members that she accidentally put the child in the oven instead of her crib. Thomas, who lives at home with her parents, has been now listen to what she's been charged with. That's another thing I have a problem with. She has only been charged with endangering the welfare of a child leading to death. Hey, Chris Crest. Let's see. There might be a video here with this KSHP recorded. There might be a video. Let's see. This just no. That's not it. No, I don't want notifications from you. I don't even live there. Why would I want notifications from you when I don't even live there? Oh, these ads, these media sites, they're ads. All right, we'll go back to where I was, and we'll read that. I thought there'd be a video, um, but apparently, what is going on? Come on, Clipper, why are you not loading? Okay, I don't like you either, computer. All right, close that crap. Close it. Oh, it's still loading. Okay, close. Yeah, I don't think there is a video. I was hoping there would be. Hey, what about that Super Bowl though? Okay, I'll read this one then. Mother has been charged for allegedly placing her 1 month old baby in the oven, leading to the child's death. The woman told family members she accidentally placed the infant in the oven rather than her crib, according to documents, court documents. Mariah Thomas is charged with endangering the welfare of a child in the first degree, leading to the death of a child, a Class A felony. But that won't warrant a life sentence anyway. We appreciate all first responders who worked the scene and the prosecutors who went to the scene in order to issue these charges. Jackson County Prosecutor Gene Peters Baker, oh my God, that was my son's name, Baker. Um, wow, tell me that's not weird, huh? Said in a written, because that's a unique first name, but I wanted that Eddie Crocker. Hey, when I had my son 40 something years ago, you only have limited TV in the middle of the night. All you got to watch in the labor room was commercials. They had this commercial on about this Betty. I mean, they must have showed it 30, 40 times. This Betty Crocker commercial about a chocolate cake. And damn, I would not have nothing to eat or drink, of course, because I was in labor. 53 hours and 47 minutes worth of labor, by the way. And I wanted that chocolate cake in a bad way. So, hence the name Baker, because I still hadn't decided on his name yet. Hey, Brianna. Um, I didn't. I watched the halftime show. I got to be honest. I didn't watch the game. My husband did. And I heard him yelling a few times. I figured somebody was making boo boos. Okay, Holy Spackle. Well, thanks for coming in. I'm not really a true crimer either. I just cover whatever's out there. Um, if I'm interested in a story. Being a first responder, one of the toughest calls is children. It really is. But unfortunately, you learn how to shut it off because you have to. You can't freak out. You can't lose it. You got to be able to try to provide whatever is needed. And if you're not in the right frame of mind, you won't, and you'll make mistakes. It's no fun doing CPR on a baby. I've done it. It's not easy. It's not easy. It was even harder getting the baby out of the mom's arms so I could do the CPR. Anyway, we acknowledge the gruesome nature of this tragedy, and our hearts are weighed by the loss of this precious life. We trust the criminal justice system to respond appropriately to these awful circumstances. Officers with the Kansas City, Missouri Police Department responded to a home in the 4100 block of Forest Avenue on a report of an infant not breathing. Police and EMS located an individual holding the 1-month-old baby who was unresponsive and had burn wounds on her body. The infant was declared deceased at the scene. That's tough. Been there, done that. That's tough. That's tough. When you got to be the crew chief and you got to make the call on whether you're going to run a code or do nothing, your first couple times having to make that decision is is tough. That's why you're a crew chief. The grandfather of the infant told KCPD detectives that he received a call from Thomas around 1 p.m. Friday. He told him that something was wrong with the baby and that he needed to return home immediately, according to court documents. Once he returned home, the grandfather reported smelling smoke inside the residence and allegedly found the infant deceased inside of her crib. He told detectives that Thomas told him that she thought she put the child in her crib, but accidentally put her in the oven. Mm. Per court records, the grandmother of the infant reported that she received a similar phone call around 1 p.m. from Thomas, who yelled hysterically on the phone. Thomas and the infant lived with her parents at the residence. Thomas was taken into custody and reportedly consented for detectives to access her phone data and obtain a blood draw. Those found guilty of a Class A felony are subject to a prison sentence of 10 to 30 years. And it says if you have any information, who to contact. But now we'll read this one because it gives a little bit more detail. How do you put your child in the oven and think it's a crib? The child's grandmother told police she also received a call about the same time that Thomas yelled hysterically while on the phone. The affidavit described thermal injuries on the baby's body and said she was dressed in a onesie over a diaper. The clothing appeared to have melted onto the diaper. Officers described the clothing as very dirty, possibly burned on the backside. They also found a blanket with significant burn marks in the living room. Now we'll go to the update. Someone who claims to be Thomas's friend told the Daily Mail that Thomas may have had mental health or cognitive challenges which may have been a factor in this accident. Mariah had mental issues, from what I know, and didn't have the mindset of an adult. She thought like a child, the unnamed friend told the Daily Mail. Crime Online has not independently verified the friend's account, nor have police confirmed it publicly. The baby's grandfather told authorities he got a call that something was wrong and he needed to come home immediately. When he got to the home, the grandfather told police that he could smell smoke and found the baby in a crib. Baby's grandmother also said Thomas called her yelling. Thomas reportedly lived with her parents. When she was found, Zariah May was wearing a bodysuit and a diaper which appeared to have been melted on the child. Police also recovered a charred baby blanket. On social media, Thomas appeared to be a doting mother. In one post, writing that she wanted to be the best mother I can be to my beautiful daughter, according to a Facebook account reviewed by Crime Online. Another post raised questions about her state of mind. MFers claim they my friend, but don't never check up on me or Zariah, Thomas wrote on January 20th. But that post doesn't mean a state of mind. I mean, people will say that all the time. Well, I haven't heard from you. What's up? You only paid $45 a month for full cable and internet? How? Wow. Do you want to know what my bill is a month, which I'm getting ready to pay? It's like 270 something dollars. And it sucks. It sucks. Oh, you're having a happy hour beer can? Enjoy. Have one for me. Thanks for coming in. That's all the info that is out on that. Yeah. How do you put your? I don't know. I don't know. It was on Nancy Grace's Twitter. I want to hear what the people. I want to see what the people say. Wait a minute. Let me share screen. Oh my God! The picture of that baby just breaks my heart. Just breaks my heart. Oh, just look at that angel. How? Oh no 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 no! I don't want to. I want to read the comments, not comment. It should just show me the comments. I don't know if that's weird on here. Maybe it'll do that. Oh no, it takes me right back to the article. So what? You're not going to show me the comments? Come on, really? People are saying, "Oh my, the circumstances surrounding this tragic incident are deeply saddening." One says, "Oh my gosh, I just don't understand how something like this happens. Where, where were her parents and friends during this time? That this person was really so childlike. She should never have been allowed home alone with their baby ever." I'm truly speechless. Bad rash of parents killing their children. That is scary. Was it always like this? We didn't know before because no social media? Wow. All these stories always include family who was around but somehow didn't see this mom acting unusual. I'm sure this wasn't the only incident. What faked her baby? I mean, I get that there was issues, or allegedly. I don't know if there really is. I don't know when she's going to be going to court. I don't know how. I get how do you mistake a crib for an oven? But you knew enough to take the baby out of the oven and then place her in her crib deceased and call people. I have a Spectrum package with my HOA dues. Oh, okay. I don't have an HOA. I didn't want to say mine's crazy. I'm actually looking at streaming services to see if it would just benefit me to just keep the internet. And, hmm, um, because it's getting outrageously expensive, and it's just not worth it. But I have to get my daughter upgrade her TV so that the streaming services work better. I just want to get her like a 27-inch. Usually tax time, they usually have that stuff on sale so cheap. It doesn't need to be nothing special. But first, I got to get me a mic that I can actually mute and know I'm muted, and because this headset's just getting too painful for me to wear anyway. Yeah, it is a very sad story. Very sad. I don't even know. I just how do you confuse a crib with an oven? I don't know. I hope they release some more about that. I don't know if they will. So, since I said it was sub's choice, what do y'all want? What do y'all want to watch? HOA is a homeowners association. Some gated communities have HOAs, and even if they're not gated communities, some communities have HOAs, and you pay them a fee every month to live there. Is there anything in specific you guys want to watch? Was it 80s kids computer? But yeah. Um, do you guys know anything about Elizabeth Holmes? Do you guys know about that case where she ripped the government off for millions of dollars? If she got sentenced to more than 11 years? But we can hang out and talk, or we can watch another video if you guys want to watch a video. I want to watch something that'll give us some laughs, though. Let's see who's posted anything worth watching. It hasn't been played by everybody and their mother. Oh, let's see what Danny Drama's been up to. I don't know if Danny Drama posted anything. I like the intro though. We are Danny Drama. That was really cool. Oh, Charlotte, you're band evading. Oh, he posted a short about Charlotte. Charlotte, Tyree Nickel, one liar, liar, pants on fire. Oh, Foodie. Do you guys know anything about that Foodie chick? Oh, you know about her revival? Isn't that crazy? I mean, I can read that story too. She built the government out of millions, bought extravagant homes, bought lots of homes, cars, trips, millions. She got away with it for years, and all she got is a little over 11 years. What about all the money? They could sell all the property and all the cars and stuff, but it's still not going to give them back their money. Not all of it. I couldn't believe. I was like, whoa. I take some balls to mess with the government. See, I don't mess with the government. No, nope, 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 nope. Don't mess with the IRS. Don't mess with any. She was a major grifter. Yeah. Um, now I'll read it real quick. It was, I saved it. I brought it up just in case. But yeah. Holmes has gone to prison. Will she ever pay victims? Most likely not. Elizabeth Holmes has gone to prison. Will she ever pay victims too? Like I said, they'll sell off the stuff, but there's a lot she didn't buy. Oh, here's a video. Let me share screen. This was wow. I mean, you got to be ballsy to rip off the government. Sorry, I'm just not messing with the government in any way, shape, or form. In fact, I got to finish my taxes today. I hate to do taxes. Oh, this is a little video. I'd be walking a little bit slower. Sorry, I wouldn't want to be going. There's no audio other than this. And that was it. That's all they showed. But it says after several failed attempts to delay her time behind bars, Theranos founder Elizabeth Holmes has reported to federal prison. Is she going to a country club? Is that it? She got a country club prison? Because a lot of the federal prisons are country clubs. In fact, I remember when Real Housewives, Teresa and Joe had to go to prison. Joe would often say, "Oh, she's in a poor man's country club. She gets yoga, massages. She has access to the internet, to phone time. You know, she was just living up." He called it a poor man's country club. And I know some of the prisons are like that, where this disgraced entrepreneur was sentenced to over 11 years in prison in order to pay 452 million with her former business partner Sunny Balwani to dozens of high-profile investors they defrauded through a blood testing startup. It's a sizable bill for the former billionaire, who has claimed she does not even have enough money to pay her lawyers. In U.S., I wonder how much money's hid in overseas accounts. People hide their money. Come on, look at the YouTuber Wine with what's her name? The Cardi B sued. She just got busted hiding her money overseas. I believe somewhere in Africa or somewhere. In U.S. federal court, convicted offenders are sometimes ordered to pay restitution. It should be 452 million. Jesus. This is a reimbursement to victims for lost income, property damage, medical expenses, or other financial costs related to the crime. In Holmes's case, she has been ordered to pay back some of the wealthiest families in America. And them wealthy families aren't going to let this go, because they got the money to keep the lawyers digging and digging and digging. Just like Cardi did, dug and dug and dug till they found the money. Cardi's determined, and with Cardi, it's not about the money, I don't think, in just my opinion. I think it's more about the principle of what was done and said to her on her social media, you know. So I can get that. After dropping out of Stanford University, she recruited several famous figures to raise money for Theranos, valued at $9 billion at its peak. $9 billion. Holy crap. Donors included former Secretary of State Henry Kissinger and the Walton family, known for founding American supermarket chain Walmart. Wow. But after it was revealed her blood testing technology did not work, many lost a fortune. Former Secretary of Education Betsy DeVos reportedly gave Holmes $100 million. Now, where does the Secretary of Education get $100 million? While the Theranos founder has been ordered to pay back media mogul Rupert Murdoch 125 million, according to court documents. She will not be able to just declare bankruptcy and shed her debts that way, experts tell the BBC. But victims of her crimes should not get their hopes up about recouping the cash. They say restitution in the U.S. has become largely symbolic, meaning Holmes investors and many less wealthy victims of fraud are unlikely to get most of their money back they are owed. Very true. Oh, here's another video. Let's watch it.
And we'd like to see a world in which every person
It was six figures, which was a large amount for me.
Theranos went bankrupt following a series of reports in the Wall Street Journal questioning the accuracy of its tests as well as its business practices.
What Eileen didn't know was that the dream Elizabeth Holmes was selling was a nightmare. The technology didn't work, but investors like Eileen had no idea.
Elizabeth was in stealth mode so that we had no idea whether it was going well or was on the brink of collapse.
The retail giant Walgreens had a contract with Theranos to diagnose patients with its machines.
Wow.
However, the court heard that Theranos wasn't using its Edison machines, but was instead using openly available diagnostic equipment. The court also heard that some patients had been misdiagnosed.
I just really resent that somebody would make such a massive fraud, especially when so many people told her this isn't working.
Elizabeth Holmes has argued at trial that she had always attempted to create a genuine product that worked and that she never intended to commit fraud.
What happened behind those closed doors has led to a lot of introspection here in Silicon Valley. But there's still a culture of faking it till you make it here. And until that changes, people worry that what happened in Theranos could happen again.
Wow. Yeah, it could happen again. Wow. Okay, shrink back down. All right. It can keep happening, unfortunately, because people are greedy. There are very few people that Bernie Madoffs of the world and everyone else that can pay the full amount of criminal restitution. A former says Ryan O'Neill, a former federal prosecutor. It's sort of a fake number. Holmes will still be expected to try to pay these people and others she's defrauded. She adds, prosecutors have probably already begun to seize her assets, including money in the banks and properties. Well, she bought lots of properties. Lots of properties. They will compare their own accounts of how much money she has to what she claims she possesses, which could lead to disputes. The Theranos founder's debts won't pause when she sets foot behind bars. A judge has recommended Holmes report to federal prison camp in Byron, Texas, where all inmates are obligated to work and make between 12 cents and $1.15 an hour. Half of the small sum she earns, usually around $25 every 4 months, will go to her victims. Wow, that's it. Once her time in prison is finished, she will still not be able to purchase any large assets, including a home, without intervention from the federal government. The government can't, however, seize assets owned solely by her husband, hotel heir William Evans. Wow. Oh, there is Chris Crest? I don't have Netflix. I wonder if I can watch it somewhere else. I'm working on getting it though. But the thing is, I have to pay the cable bill and then turn around and pay all the streaming services to start. So it's going to be one. It's going to take a minute. Wow. So that's how they got away with it, huh? With all those homes to put them in her husband's name. Holmes has acknowledged her dismal financial fate, telling the New York Times this month she will have to work for the rest of my life just to pay millions of dollars in legal fees. But there are a number of reasons. I'm sorry, lady. I don't feel sorry for you. You're not a victim. Boo hoo. But there are a number of reasons why her victims and many others are unlikely to get the money back. Criminal defendants don't have an incentive to make it rich again, said Miss O'Neill. They know where the money is going to go. Others may attempt to hide assets. University of Michigan Law School professor John Podolaw says some try to put money in trust to avoid asset seizures. The richer you get, the easier it is to construct legal devices that hide your wealth. Experts pointed to the case of conspiracy theorist Alex Jones, who has been ordered to pay nearly $1.5 billion to families of victims of the Sandy Hook Elementary School shooting for spreading lies about the massacre, which they said led to harassment. It did. Mr. Jones, who has declared both personal and business bankruptcy, has been accused of funneling money to friends and family in an attempt to hide his assets. Miss O'Neill said that although prosecutors will be tracking Mr. Jones' moves, the Sandy Hook families, who are not as wealthy as the victims of Holmes, are unlikely to receive much money from the right-wing InfoWars host, whom she said will be paying most of his funds to his lawyer. In lower profile cases, the U.S. government does not have the resources or the time to investigate every defendant's assets, sometimes putting the onus on victims to track their financial moves. And that's exactly what Cardi B did. Hey, Fireflies. She's using her money and having her lawyers dig and dig and dig. And I just think it's all out of principle, which I can't blame her after what, I can't blame her. But the headline-making nature of Holmes's fraud, as well as her recent financial choices, including living in a $13,000 a month Silicon Valley estate. $13,000 a month. That's all she was paying. Heck, housewives were paying $50,000. Anyway, means former Theranos investors are more likely to keep watch over her and push prosecutors to get them their money back, experts say. They're not going to stop looking, Miss O'Neill said. She's not going to be able to put $1 in her bank account without the government seizing it. Okay, there's another one I wanted where it tells you about all the properties. Let me get it. They have a lot. I think this one's it. I can't believe she only got a little over 11 years. Okay. This one is from, it's a press release. Oh, from the Department of Justice. This one is directly from the Department of Justice. Yep, she has a wealthy husband now. Oh, He's still with her? They didn't get divorced? Usually that's what happens, especially since she's going to be gone so long. But then again, he's got to shut up. But this is directly from the Department of Justice. It says that she was sentenced to more than 11 years for defrauding investors of hundreds of millions. Was sentenced to 135 months, 11 years, 3 months in federal prison for defrauding investors in the Theranos Incorporated of hundreds of millions of dollars, announced United States Attorney Stephanie M. Hines. Federal Bureau of Investigation Special Agent in Charge Robert K. Tripp, Food and Drug Administration Assistant Commissioner for Criminal Investigations Catherine Hirschman, and U.S. Postal Inspection Service San Francisco Division Acting Inspector in Charge Kevin Rowe. The sentence was handed down by United States District Judge Edward Davalia. Silicon Valley has seen the rise of companies whose inventions have changed the world, and through intellectual prowess, had work, and sheer determination, this region continues to innovate. Capital investment is critical to that innovation. When fraud is perpetrated on those providing the necessary capital, it staunches investments and can cripple an industry. For almost a decade, Elizabeth Holmes fabricated and spread elaborate falsehoods to draw in a legion of capital investors, both big and small, and her deceit caused the loss of hundreds of millions of dollars. Her sentence reflects the audacity of her massive fraud and the staggering damage she caused. Fraud such as the one perpetrated by Holmes can erode investors' confidence, which impacts our capital markets. Today's sentence should serve as a warning that deceiving investors will not be tolerated. The FBI is committed to investigating corporate fraud and working with our partners to help keep our capital markets working effectively, said FBI Special Agent in Charge Robert Tripp. The FBI and our partners worked tirelessly on this multi-year case, and our proud justice has been served as a result. Now, I don't know if any of you follow the Housewives, but do you remember Jen Shaw from the Housewives of Salt Lake? She was being investigated for quite a while before she was actually arrested, so they already had their ducks in order. But yet she got on national TV, and I felt so bad for Adam because she went on his channel and did this big interview with him saying how innocent she was and everything, and then turned, and that was right, and she already knew she was taking a deal because she had court right after that, and she pled out, and she admitted to what she did. She frauded all them elderly people out of everything, and they did it for years. And don't tell me the hubby didn't question where all that money was coming from. I mean, come on, she was paying $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 a month rent for these houses to be on the show to try to fit in. I mean, she had more designer shoes than most people have clothes. He's a football coach. He wasn't making that kind of money. She's a telemarketer business. No way she was making that kind of money. Never questioned it. I don't know. I'm too nosy. I'd be questioning it. She married him after she was charged. They have 2 children together. Yeah, they drug this case out a long time, didn't they? Okay. Postal inspectors work closely with our partners at the U.S. Attorney's Office, the FDA Office of Criminal Investigations, and the FBI to bring this case to court. These cases take forever to put together. They will investigate someone for years before they even know they're being investigated. But it takes them because there's just so much involved. And it's hard to prove. It is. The USPIS remains committed to protecting consumers and investors from fraud. Holmes, 38, of Woodside, California, founded Theranos in 2003. And 2003. And she's just now being... Wow. and held the positions of chairperson and chief executive officer. Theranos, now defunct, was a blood testing company based in Palo Alto and Newark, California. Evidence at her jury trial showed that for more than a decade, Holmes claimed that Theranos had developed a revolutionary blood analyzer, variously referred to as the Theranos Sample Processing Unit. Edison and Minilab. She asserted that the Theranos proprietary blood analyzer device could run any blood test that was run by conventional labs, all from a blood sample drawn via a finger stick rather than a traditional draw from a vein. She asserted the Theranos analyzer produced results that were better, cheaper, and more accurate than existing methods at a speed faster than ever before possible. Well, that should have been your first red flag. Trial evidence demonstrated that Holmes knew the analyzer was not producing accurate and reliable results. So imagine all the patients that were misdiagnosed. The book written by the Wall Street Journal is really good. I'm going to check it out, Revival. Imagine the patients that were misdiagnosed or underdiagnosed. Oh my gosh. Trial evidence demonstrated that Holmes knew the analyzer was not producing. Well, I read that. Holmes understood that at best it could only perform a few basic tests and was slower than existing devices. She knew that it could not successfully compete with the established conventional machines. Evidence showed that Holmes repeatedly had to resort to using conventional machines to obtain the blood test results that the Theranos analyzer was supposed to perform, though she led investors and the public to believe that Theranos was conducting most or all of its testing using its own analyzer. Evidence showed that Holmes, despite being aware of the Theranos analyzer's failure to perform, was able to induce dozens of investors, many of whom were prominent public figures, to invest hundreds of millions of dollars in Theranos. She used direct communications, marketing materials, statements to the media, financial statements, models, and other information to reach potential investors and induce investments. Holmes consistently provided glowing but false representations to investors and potential investors about the analyzer's progress and capabilities. She falsely represented to investors that multiple major pharmaceutical companies had comprehensively evaluated Theranos and had validated its technology. And she provided investors with reports bearing logos from pharmaceutical companies, falsely suggesting the pharmaceutical companies endorsed Theranos. Holmes misrepresented to investors that Theranos had a profitable, revenue generating business relationship with the U.S. Department of Defense. Never fuck with the government. Never, 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 never. Because they will come get you, and they don't care if they make you homeless. They don't care if you eat. They don't care about anything that except you mess with them. So yeah, never, no. Theranos, wait, she had a relationship with the U.S. Department of Defense, and that Theranos technology has been deployed to the battlefield to treat wounded soldiers. In truth, Holmes knew the technology was never deployed in the battlefield, and that Theranos had acquired little revenue from military contracts for trial runs of the analyzer. Wow. Holmes also falsely represented to investors that Theranos would dramatically increase its numbers of wellness centers within stores operated by its partner, Walgreens. Whoa. From a few dozen to 900, despite knowing that the relationship with Walgreens was stagnating. Trial evidence demonstrated that Holmes also misrepresented the dire financial status of Theranos to investors and its prospects for future earnings. In examples at trial, Holmes represented to one investor in 2010 that the projected revenue for Theranos in 2011 was 223 million, when she knew that Theranos revenue was dropping precipitously from 2.8 million in 2009 to less than 600,000 in 2011. Holmes misrepresented to other investors that Theranos, which had zero revenue in 2012 and 2013, was projected to generate over 100 million in revenue in 2014. How? Why didn't they see that? They had zero revenue in 2012 and 2013. How do you think you're going to go there from 600,000 to 100 million when you okay? And to reach nearly 1 billion in 2015. She knew when she made these representations that Theranos would at best generate only modest revenue in 2014 and 2015. In its memorandum filed for the sentencing hearing, the government pointed to evidence that Holmes's fraud was immensely successful, projecting altruistic motives. Holmes raised hundreds of millions of dollars by duping investors of all experience levels to invest in Theranos. She fooled investors new to the healthcare and biotech sector, as well as those with deep sophistication and experience in that arena. By the end of 2014, her stock in Theranos was valued at more than $4 billion. She enjoyed a lavish life while carrying out her fraudulent scheme, living in a $15 million mansion. Oh, crap. And traveling in a Theranos paid private jet. She gained a national profile, adorning the cover of Fortune, Forbes, Inc., Glamour, and T, the New York Times style magazine. Holmes dined at the White House, joined the board of fellows of Harvard Medical School, and was named by Time as one of the 100 most influential people in the world. But as the government describes, her scheme not only deprived investors of vast sums of money. Wow, she fooled a lot of people, didn't she? Didn't wow. She will have a lover inside for commissary relief. Oh my, I'm sure. Wow, she fooled a lot of people. I guess nobody bothered to want to see accurate real records. They just took her at her words and her. I mean, some of these people are big businessmen. They know what fake sheets look like. Come on, come on. Sometimes you try to get a little too greedy. But as the government describes, her scheme not only deprived investors of vast sums of money, it also placed numerous others at risk of great physical harm. Wanting to paint the Theranos as a legitimate enterprise, Holmes offered Theranos blood tests to the public, and Theranos flawed technology was used on patients with serious medical conditions. As a result, Theranos sent out inaccurate results to patients being screened for cancer. Oh my God. To women monitoring their pregnancies, and to one victim who was led to believe she had the precursor virus to AIDS, among many other examples. Theranos itself eventually concluded a patient impact existed for every test run on patients and voided all tests with its analyzer. The government points out that Holmes was undeterred and again chose deceit over candor by downplaying the extent of the patient impact to investors, victims, and continuing forward with her elaborate fraud. So she knew people were being misdiagnosed and underdiagnosed and didn't care. Federal criminal charges were initially filed against Holmes on June 14th, 2018. On July 28th, 2020, a federal grand jury returned a superseding indictment charging her with 2 counts of conspiracy to commit wire fraud and 10 counts of wire fraud. And they give you the violations. Of the 2 conspiracy counts, one alleged Holmes conspired to defraud investors. The second alleged Holmes conspired to defraud patients who used Theranos services. Wow, that's true. Wow. Some of the 10 counts of wire fraud alleged Holmes committed fraud on individual investors, while others alleged Holmes defrauded patients who were induced to purchase Theranos services. On January 3rd of 2022, after a nearly 4 month trial, a federal grand jury convicted Holmes of 1 count of conspiracy to commit fraud on investors and 3 counts of committing fraud on individual investors, which involved wire transfers totaling more than $140 million. The jury acquitted Holmes of the patient related fraud conspiracy count. Are you kidding me? People were underdiagnosed, people were misdiagnosed. So she was acquitted of the patient related fraud and on 3 counts of fraud against individual patients. What? Investors were never allowed to see the lab. Big red flag. Hey, daddy's baby girl. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Good luck at your doctor's appointment. Hope all's well. Mm-mm-mm. How did they find her not guilt, acquit her of the patient stuff is beyond me. The jury could not reach a unanimous verdict with respect to 3 individual investor fraud accounts. An additional count of wire fraud relating to a Theranos patient had been dismissed during trial. In addition to the 135-month prison term, the U.S. District Judge Davila sentenced Holmes to 3 years of supervision following release from prison. The parties were instructed to meet and agree on a future date for a hearing to determine the restitution amount to be paid by Holmes. No fine was assessed. Holmes was ordered to surrender on April 7th of 2023 to begin serving her prison sentence. Wow. That's insane. How did they not find her guilty of the patient stuff when patients were misdiagnosed and underdiagnosed? But I mean, she bought multiple homes. Multiple homes. I'm talking, um, wow. How do you get away with that? And how do you not? I mean, it was misdiagnosing patients. Mm-mm-mm. I don't get it. But do you guys know anything about this foodie beauty? She's all over, I guess, different platforms. She's always eating and stuff. Boy, is she a lot of drama. She's a whole lot of drama. Okay, so maybe it's in their videos. Maybe it was too long for a short. Yeah, her name's Miriam, right? And she rages. Oh, she is off the chains. I don't know if any of you guys know or familiar with her. Now, where'd the one go with Charlotte? I don't know. Here, I'll play this one. This is what that view. I'll start this.
subject is once
Wait,
again.
so she's saying that someone's making a docu-series about her? Why? She's on Twitter. I see her on Twitter all the time posting. And I don't even know. I'm sure she does TikTok, probably YouTube too. I don't know. But I know she's always on Twitter and it's about food and she's a pretty big girl. You just did a thing on her? Oh, I'll have to go look at it. Maybe I'll share it. Would you mind? Fireflies, would you mind?
Foodie Beauty.
This new quote unquote docu-series being made about me will not, by the way, spoiler, will not contain anything new that you haven't heard a million times before.
That may be true, however. Docu-series or documentaries usually lay all the information out in a cohesive way so that it is easily understood.
My life is really not that interesting, nor is my content to warrant 3 hours of an in-depth character study that these creators fabricate.
Mr. Snowflake uses your own words to tell your story.
Okay, yeah, I've heard about her. She's about the animal stuff. Trigger warning, because she lies so much and documented animal abuser. Yeah, I can't handle people abusing an animal any more than I can a child. I'm sorry, but that's wrong. But this girl, I don't know, maybe she shouldn't be doing food. I'm just saying, because, I don't know.
With his added commentary. Claiming it's all fabricated before you've even watched is silly.
Maybe some do. That's their problem. I don't, and here's why. And here's why I don't care if people cancel me, unsub, make 4-hour documentaries about me. It's because I know I'm human. I know I'm flawed.
As are we all. Nobody wants to watch a documentary about a perfect person. Flaws are entertainment.
Yes, everyone loves a train wreck.
I have not done anything so terrible as to warrant that much criticism. I'm sorry, but it's true. People pick apart every little detail.
Oh, but no, it's not
being made about me.
No, it's not true because I've seen. Oh, where did that leave off at? I've seen where you are abusive with animals, and that you do lie. So there's that.
I'm sorry, but it's true. People pick apart every little detail. Irrelevant, trivial details.
That's what anti-communities do. They nitpick every single little thing as if it's all important.
You are correct, Dane. Look at that anti-Katie Joy community. They criticized her over the cereal dispenser her husband bought her. You are not special, Chantal. You just have an anti-community.
I can tell already by the stage that was set with this trailer, this will also be a load of crap series.
You are already defensive about it, so of course you're going to think it's going to suck. You used to take the heat much better when you were really bringing in the money. Not so easy to do now, though, huh?
We already heard my life story. We already blamed me for dropping the charges, which if you simply use Google, many women in narcissistic abusive situations do that. It's the past. I don't live there anymore.
Yes, but your past is part of your story. And when people tell your story, they are going to tell it all, past and present.
Anything I have gone through is normal, because many have gone through similar things. Getting too drunk and saying things we don't mean. The Uvalde incident. I didn't write pumped up kicks, by the way. I didn't attack kids. I was also very drunk, and maybe my delivery was in poor taste, but I would never mock deceased children.
Maybe you were drunk isn't an excuse. In my experience, being drunk removes your filters. You know, the filters that stop you from saying inappropriate things when you are sober, even if you believe them. You should find a better defense to the critiques that you mocked the children who were murdered in that school.
But anyway, even if no one believes it, I don't care. I don't care if you hate me. I don't care if you make 1,000 crappy documentaries about the same subjects.
You're right. We don't believe you.
People think they know me and my past more than I do myself, which is just absurd, for obvious reasons. These documentaries are therefore the least credible sources of information on me out there.
You are upset that these creators bring up your past, but you bring it up yourself. Are you just mad they talk about you for profit? Is it that they get more views talking about your past than you do? Now let's have a look at the community post that Foodie Beauty made on Wednesday, February 7th, after having watched the trailer for the docu-series made by Mr. Snowflake.
At Mr. Snowflake, I want to apologize for reacting the way I did about your docuseries on me. I forgot that you did Life by Jens, and I really enjoyed it. I mean, it saddened me, of course, but you used her words, and I like this style. You did the same with mine, and I have to admit watching the trailer made me cry, and I guess that's my problem. I have to figure out why I feel this emotional response by watching. It's hard to see the mirror before us sometimes, and I just lumped you immediately into the same category as hate channels who dehumanized me for so long. You do the opposite, so I apologize. Also, it is wrong of me to have issue with others discussing my life when I am a public figure. I don't agree with defamation and hate, but this is not what your content is about. So I was wrong about that.
It's interesting that you mention here that it is hard to see the mirror before us sometimes.
So the music is super annoying because it sets the tone of sadness, hopelessness, drama, regret. Again, speculating that we as the subjects feel that way about our lives.
Well, I guess he picked the right music then. So back to that community post. Looks like you deleted it? How come? That post was only up for roughly 3.5 hours. Why even apologize? You cannot be surprised or upset people clown on you when you do stuff like this. You shouldn't have even responded to that docu-series if you were just going to take it all back. You make yourself look like a joke.
There's another one on here. Wait a minute, let me find it. There's another one on here about her. I'm going to have to dig deep into her. I've heard things about her. I personally never watched her. I've seen a lot of her posting on Twitter, and she gets a lot of grief. But I've read her posts and I've read what other people said, and she's been called out many times for being an animal abuser. Oh, here's one. Okay, well, okay. I'll play this. Is just a real quick short. Um, but I'm going to dig a little deeper into this. But she got a lot of followers.
Strike other creators.
Hey guys! So it has come to my attention that every time I go live, there are people who stream snipe me. Sniping is just wrong, period. I'm not sure exactly what the recourse is, but I will find out for sure and will be going after those who do this. It is not my problem that you have no content otherwise. That doesn't give you the right to steal another creator's stream content. I will report it every day.
It's not stealing. It's called fair use. And you being on Twitch, Discord, and YouTube, and Twitter, you know how to report. Stop it. Now, see, I can call you out for that. And also, it's not stealing. It's called fair use.
Long report and at Team YouTube as much as I can. That is all. Thank you everyone for a lovely stream tonight.
Reaction channels better stay
You
on
bought
guard.
subs?
Hey friends, back with some more foodie beauty drama. It appears she's now threatening to report / strike.
I'm going to find her. She's got a channel on here. I'm going to find her. So she's bought subs, huh? Whoa. Beauty divorce is inevitable. Shows us her living room. Beauty addresses Salon's cheating scandal and wants to confuse viewers. Highlights. Ouch. Is she on Facebook too? Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. So Eugenia is posting she's getting married. I think that's a joke. That's Beauty. Mm. These are just some shorts about her. I'll show them, but I'm going to dig into her, and I'm not going to make fun of her because of her weight. I don't think anybody should do that, but they do. These are just some shorts that I found posted about her when you bring her name in. Okay. But I heard, why won't she come up though? Doesn't she have a channel? I don't know when they're talking about her divorce, but Booty Beauty goes on anti Super Bowl halftime rage. She went on a and I see I've seen these where she's constantly eating and stuff. I want to see her Super Bowl halftime at rant. Why is she pissed at the Super Bowl? Super Bowl's been American tradition ever since I can remember. But let's watch it. I don't know this creator, and I hope this creator won't strike. It won't try to strike, but I'll fair use it. But let's show this. This is her Super Bowl rant, and then I'll bring up Firefly's video. Booty Beauty goes on an anti-Super Bowl halftime rage. And this is Garlic Bread is the channel. And I will, of course, share the link. And I will also put it in my description. And let's play this.
Figured I would check in on Chantal. Earlier today, she kind of came out with this post, kind of defending herself, saying that goblin is a word that doesn't have the context or meaning that it does. She put up a Wikipedia definition, but what she fails to realize is the definition of the word doesn't always mean its intended use.
She
How
bought
the
the
person
subs.
is projecting the word is what matters. So she can sit there and use a Google search of whatever word she likes, but it's the context in which she uses it that defines its meaning to the person that it was intended for. And we all know that referring to FF Goblin is being anti-Semitic. She also projected that BBJ had passed away. This is not only something she claims she shouldn't be talking about as everyday Miriam, but also, from what I understand, completely untrue. She then doubled down on this by using her pet, currently, Julia, as a prop for her beliefs, which is disrespectful in my opinion. Going forward, she elected to try to use her platform to promote her Hameo, showing that she has 5-star reviews, and then just 25 minutes ago started posting political ideologies on her page. She offered that the Super Bowl was something she would not be watching. And to me, I really don't believe in using.
The Hamas-Israel war murmur statistics so far: over 28,000 Palestinians murmured by Israeli army versus 1,410 Israelis murmured. You see the difference, or do you still choose to ignore what is right in front of your face? More than 10,000 of those are children. Keep supporting baby murmurers. I blame propaganda like the Super Bowl advertisements, though. Huh? How does Super Bowl advertisements have anything to do with it?
a platform for any political belief other than telling someone to educate themselves, understand both sides, and make an informed decision in their heart and in their mind what is best. We certainly, in my opinion, don't need Chantal screaming for people to wake up and that projecting watching the Super Bowl means you support genocide.
That's
The
basically what she said.
reality of this is Chantal was not able to stop eating specific foods to stand with her beliefs. She was not able to boycott certain brands that aligned with her claims of ideology. For someone that just claimed that they are turning over a new leaf and making all these changes, it's incredible to me that she continues to be the same person. And that's what I want to stress. When we talk about making your own determinations and decisions, the reality becomes it is up to you to look at the words and actions of this person and define, has this person truly changed, whether they're defining themselves as Foodie Beauty, Chantal, or Miriam. And to me, I think when you look at these posts, whether they are deleted or not, there is a distinct underlying individual here that is and has always been the same. And this truly speaks to why her size is indifferent to many of us. It is her actions that we dislike. It is her actions we talk about. And whether she was married or not, whether she was in shape or fit or not, has no bearing on how we view her, but rather her own actions is how we judge her. And today serves as yet another reminder. Hopefully, you and your family are safe this evening and get home safe if you are out. I appreciate you taking the time to watch this, and we'll be back as soon as I can with more content.
Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna dig deeper into this. She's like a whole hot mess over there, isn't she? Okay, let me bring up. Oh my gosh. Amberlyn Reed, the new outrageous Insta story. Ex-wifey, baby beauty husband leaves her at 2 a.m. Now I'm not going on a real lot of stuff. Oh my goodness. Booty Beauty, Nadar hates the U.S. and put his propaganda into Chantal's head. Re-upload added clips from Mandarin Thoughts. Oh, that was just posted 1 hour ago. I won't play that. That's too soon. I don't like to take, I don't want to take a chance of messing with anybody's view. Booty Beauty's graceful return to normal live stream reaction. Something tells me she didn't have no normal live stream reaction. Let's look at her reaction. I'm definitely going to dig a little deeper into this. Okay, this is Unicorn Fondue. I don't know who that is. I will also, let me copy this link. Let me put these links in chat. And then I'm going to bring up Fireflies and we'll look at her video. I hope this doesn't say anything bad because usually I preview. There's one of the links. Both should still be in here. Maybe not. I might have to go back and do that other guy's link. It might not have showed up. Okay. Well, look at this one. Have you watched this one, Fireflies?
And our girl was busy last night. She was rage posting and barely slept, and like went live around 5:30 ish her time. So not exactly sure when she slept, but anyways.
Ugh, Fish, I don't care about the Super Bowl at all. Hello,
Just
Jenna.
get puppy,
Oh, Super
Kathy.
Bowl,
Hope you
yes.
got a
The
strong
only coffee I
stomach.
have here, actually, I think I have some Arabic coffee. I have like pre-made packets, like 3-in-1. So they're not very healthy, but in my
Especially with your diabetes, I sure hope that you would go with just black coffee.
Does she have a YouTube channel? Because one didn't come up in her name. Yeah, whenever I put her name in there, all this stuff come up, but I didn't see a direct link to her. But I might have missed it. I could scroll down some more.
And that, diabetes.
I know she's all over Twitter.
Save things to them, you can only hope, but she's an adult. She can do what she wants.
I put condensed milk and honey. It is 5:30 here. The sun should be coming out soon, hopefully. I thought we could watch the sunrise together on the beach. I'm not going down. I'm starting to get a bit of pain. I'm not going down to the beach today, but it's 9:30 Sunday.
Oh my gosh, guys, let's watch the sunset. I'm not going down there, but we can look at it from the window, which, I mean, I guess that's content, but like, come on, girl. If you're going to be really selling like the beach and the sunset and things, like, go all in or not at all. That's what I say. That's why everyone was saying, like, are you upset that you lost your handle? Yada, yada, yada. And of course, Chantal's like, no, of course. Oh, ugh. Not surprising, but like, God. I don't know. For me, my favorite, because it's not even really a TV show, it's either gameplay recap videos from.
All right, let me look at something here. Get your video up, Fireflies. Yeah, see, I'm a foodie beauty, but I don't see a channel for her. There you go. But sharing in chat won't matter. I can't share it on my screen. But is her channel under another name? Because I don't see anything foodie beauty. Yeah, I don't see anything on. I see a lot of channels talking about her, but I don't see one in her name. So let me bring up Fireflies. Everyday Miriam? Okay. That's why it didn't come up. All right. Let's see what comes up there. Oh, she has 98.1K subscribers? Are you kidding me? How? Why? I'm going to have to really look at this channel. I'm going to have to really look at this channel and watch her videos so I know what I pick out, you know. Yeah, I'm definitely going to do a deep dive on this one. Okay. What's your channel? Let me find it. Fireflies in the Sky. That's what I typed in. Let me get you the link. Invite. because you know about her and you can fill us all in. There you go. But I am definitely looking into this one. Oh, you did a live about it. Oh, I see it. Yeah.
Hun.
Hello.
Hey, what do you want to know about her, hun?
Just fill us in on her.
Okay, she's one of those that she's literally overeating herself to the point where she's killing herself slowly. Um, she's buying every time her count goes low on the subs, she buys subs. She thinks she's gonna get the placard, the
Does she?
YouTube placard.
Yeah, but doesn't she know that whenever you do reach your 100K, they tear your channel apart? YouTube will know she's buying subs.
That's what we're waiting on. We're waiting on because she thinks she knows it all. She doesn't follow any TOS rules. Uh, yeah, there's a whole bunch on her, Cassie. There's a lot on her. And if there's any videos you can't find, go to Just Saying or No Madness Life. They both have the deleted videos that she's deleted. And I know both of them won't strike you.
I've seen her post on Twitter, um, and it grossed me out. Um, and I've seen, how people call her out. But what the
Oh,
animal?
yeah, everybody's calling her out. And she likes to false flag channels that talk about her.
Oh, YouTube will get tired of that too.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, she's right now on the edge of, she's really losing her channel. She's really
I didn't even
losing
check to
it.
see what kind of views she gets. I need to check that. By
I
the
mean,
way.
she has a whole bunch of alts, so she uses her alts to get the views, along with
Oh,
some beaters that are still not waking up to her abuse. Yeah,
but
this girl is like way on left field. She's worse than Amber Lynn and
but if
Jenny
she
and Life with Jenny.
if she does this stuff on her YouTube channel, she can't use
She
alt.
does it. She does use it. Right now, when you do get caught up to the Kuwait stuff, she is abusing Kuwait. She is not. She is not following their rules. Nothing.
She's getting 2.8K. She's getting views. Wow,
Yeah, but half
she's
of them
getting
are her
views.
alts. A lot of them are her alts that she's made. We
Well, I'm gonna
busted
go.
her so many times on them. We busted her so many times on her alts. It's not funny.
I'm gonna go through her channel and go through
Mm-hmm.
her. Oh my God, she does get views.
I mean,
A
I've
lot,
done like
people will
I've done
pay
like bits
people.
and pieces. I've done like bits and pieces on PvP, just kind of getting it out there to get people to look and make their own decisions, but they'll see what she's really like.
I'm gonna do a deep dive into her channel. I want to see the animal abuse and the lies
Oh my
because I
god,
always see her being called out on that stuff on Twitter.
that still makes me cry. I mean, they had when she lived at the villa, they had 3 cats. The one cat had to be locked up away from the other cats because Beauty does not believe in getting her animals vaccinated or anything like that. So poor Tibid was locked in this room with Pete, and he ended up dying because he wasn't being paid
Oh,
attention to.
oh,
And like before I know I'm kind of skipping, but before she moved to Kuwait, she gave away both of her cats. And if you ever heard of French Fry Girl, she saved BBJ. French Fry Girls, FFG, her sister-in-law has the one cat, BBJ, and that poor thing. He was emaciated. He had nails growing in his paws.
Oh,
Uh, kidney infection. I
oh
mean, they
my
spent a lot of
God.
money on that cat and got that cat back to where she needs to be now.
I can't with abuse of animals.
That's why I'm saying to you, if you
And
got
she's living in
strong
Kuwait
will,
right now.
she's living in Kuwait right now.
That's what she says. Do you know if it's true?
Yeah, she is in
Okay,
Kuwait.
they
She
have
only wanted to
very
be.
strict rules over there, very strict laws about women and what they're allowed and not allowed to do. How does she get away with it?
She's breaking them. She's breaking them. She's not following any of the rules.
And that's what that blows my mind because you think they'd have
And
shut
the
her down.
Kuwaiti government's already been informed about her. A couple of people wrote into the Kuwait, the Kuwaiti government to warn them about her.
Oh, she did a
Yet,
live complaining about her haters. That was a year ago.
yeah, that was a year ago.
Oh, I bet that's juicy. I'm gonna
Oh,
have to
yeah.
go through her.
And she is not married. She is not married.
She's not married.
No.
So this is an
That's
imaginary
already been
husband.
exposed and proven. That's already been exposed and proven. She is not married.
So he's an imaginary husband
No, he's there. They're pretending.
in Kuwait.
It's a scam. Yeah. Oh, it is. It's a darn scam.
So he's from over there too.
His father works over there, so he's labeled to be there in Kuwait. But
No,
Salah,
but
that's what he's
he's got to
called,
be
Salah.
grown up. He's got to be over 18. It wouldn't matter.
Yeah, but originally he's from Syria.
Oh, Syria.
Yeah, that's it. Sorry.
That's all right. I do it all the time.
Oh yeah,
I
Kathy.
mispronounce stuff.
If you want you and me to get together and scoop, I'll help you.
Okay, yeah. Let's get together and do a live one. This one, I got to go
Oh
through some of
yeah,
her videos to get some clips, and I want to dig up on Twitter because I know there's always a lot of stuff posted about her on Twitter.
it's gonna take like a couple of days, but we can do it, Kathy.
Yeah. And see, I don't get that people pay people to watch them eat. I don't get that. I don't get that. But okay, if that's your thing, it's your money. Do what you want to do.
She's not
But
even supposed to do the cameo over there.
mm.
She's not even allowed to do that right now.
Oh, she's on TikTok too.
Yep.
Okay, I'm definitely gonna check her out then.
Yep, she's on TikTok, Twitch. She got banned from the Omega and OnlyFans. She got banned.
She had OnlyFans. Let me guess, she was a feeder, right? Because people make big bucks on that. I did some research one time, and that's how I found out. Actually, it was from a reality show I was watching, and that's why I decided to dig. But you'd be surprised how many people have accounts on OnlyFans and they're feeders. They people pay to watch, like the one girl, her old man, her old man would sit there and constantly feed her, and people were paying them money to watch this.
Oh yeah.
She couldn't even get up and walk because she was too big, but people were paying it. I know, yeah.
Yeah, she right now, everything on her is out of control. I mean, if she tries to go to fly again, she's done. She can't
Wow.
hardly walk anymore because her leg is so numb from the diabetes. She's got a lot of things. She won't go see a doctor. She won't fix her animals. She'd rather have the cat get injection every time she goes in the heat instead of getting done the right way.
I mean, I can't comment. I mean, I think that if you're not a professional breeder, that let me check your ears, Duke. I know I got to clean your ears tonight, and you're going to be pissed, but I'm doing it. He's gonna be pissed at me. But
I have to do my Jack every night. If I don't do it, oh man, he
don't
gets
you
upset.
wrap up in my cords again. No. Don't you bite me either. I'm not
But
playing
yeah,
right now.
Kathy, anytime, like one day, if you have a free time, and I know, well, I'm always Wednesday. I won't be free because I got a doctor's appointment. But anytime, any day you wanna, we can set up a back screen of the StreamYards, and you and me can
Yeah.
work together.
Yeah, we'll do that. It
Get
won't be this week. Well, actually, today I was just coming on. I said I was only going to be on for an hour just to
right,
chit chat, but that never
right.
happens. I really didn't want to because I'm working on content and I'm also doing a live with Hills on the Karen Reed case, which I'm deep in.
Okay.
Um, so I want to get all that out of the way, but I'm definitely going to start digging into her. Yeah, let's do
Well,
this.
what I'll do, Kathy, when you want to start doing that and stuff, what I'll do you have your email in the about?
Hmm.
I'll
Yes, I
email
do.
you I'll email you my telephone number, and then you get a hold of me.
Okay. And we'll.
I will not give out your number or nothing like that. If you don't want me to have it, I'll delete it right away.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll start getting clips and stuff together
Mm-hmm.
showing exactly what's going on, and I'm going to use some of the Twitter stuff too.
Yeah. Because I can't get into Twitter. Twitter has me banned for some reason. I didn't do anything. It's the first time I signed up for it and it banned me and I didn't do nothing. So I don't know if
Uh,
somebody was trying to use my name under there or what.
did you ask them?
I wrote to him. I wrote to him and everything. I haven't got a response back yet.
Oh, I don't know how
And I
that
just
works.
wrote
I'm
to
not.
him again.
I don't do a whole lot on. I don't do a lot of posting. I just like I'll like post or I share my lives, but I'm not like hot and heavy on Twitter. I just when I'm going through,
I
the
go in there
timeline.
just to I just go in there to just to see what's going on. That's it. And
Yeah,
I bounce
and I
out.
see her post all the time, and I see people going at her hard all the time.
Well,
And
yeah,
people
she's
don't do that for no reason. And I'm going to reach out to Danny Drama, that channel, because they apparently know a lot about her.
yeah, they do too. I mean,
Yeah.
also, oh, what is it? Salt or Beach Salty or Salty Beach Shannon. She knows Beauty Booty very well. They when Beauty Booty lived back in Canada, they were neighbors,
But
and she
you'd
went to
think
school with.
she'd be careful, especially living over in Kuwait, because their rules for women are totally different over there than over here.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to look up the aspect on that, so that way we can give everybody the full of what Kuwait rules are and what she's expected to do over there.
Well, she wears her hijabs all the time, so she's not violating that. Um, every time I've seen a picture of her or video of her,
No, but she's not allowed to be raging. She's not allowed any of that crap over there.
yeah, I'm kind of surprised she's
I
living over
mean,
there, but
yeah.
okay. That's crazy. That's just crazy.
she's she's something else. Trust me, you can't make shit up with her. She is like an original soap opera.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to do a deep dive into this one, which you can't do overnight. But
Right.
really, the reason I came on is because I wanted to, because I know people seen me go up on Queen's panel and briefly, and because I wanted to get out about the email threats um and stuff, but I wanted to address it on my own channel so people knew where I was coming from. Um,
Right.
and if the police tell me I can show the email, I most certainly will. Just like I posted the other emails. Well, some of them, not all of them.
I'm sorry you're going through that, Kathy.
Uh, I don't care if they come at me. I care about them coming at my kids.
That's what I get ticked off about. It's
Yeah.
like if you're going after person, do it with that person. Don't go after anybody else that has nothing to do with it.
Right. You don't threaten to unalive someone's children, or say, "Oh, do you want to you shut up if you want to keep your kids alive?"
That's
You don't do that. Especially since I wasn't lying about you, wasn't showing no fake receipts like you all do. I was showing your own self. with your own words coming out of your own mouth. Didn't touch that video, didn't edit nothing. That's why it stays in the yellow.
Nope.
But yeah. But I am gonna get off here because my kids are about ready to come home from school. And
Okay.
it's Monday. We got to finish. We got to do the Valentine's stuff and get them done. And I also got to do a live at 6 o'clock. So
Okay. Well, I go live at 8 o'clock every night, or every Monday through Saturday.
yeah, I've been
I'm
watching a
like
couple
8
of your
o'clock Central
videos.
Time. Huh?
I've been watching some of your videos at night after everybody's in bed and I have some peace and quiet.
I hope you like them. I hope I
Yeah.
ain't screwing up.
No, you're doing just fine. You just do you. Don't worry about it. Don't worry, but you're not going to please everybody. No sense in trying. Do you? What
Right.
makes
That's
you
true.
comfortable? It's your channel.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get back in the swing of things. It's like I said, I took a year off because I got hit hard with trolling and everything
Yeah.
on bullshit stuff. So I took a year off, and I'm coming back and slowly getting back in the groove.
Yeah, that's one thing I tell you about the detective I talked to. I met with about these threatening emails. Yeah, he didn't tell me that. He didn't say, well, then just don't go on. He said, look, you have every right to have that channel. You have every right because I showed him what I do. I showed him, he
Hmm.
actually listened to something. He said, you didn't threaten anybody. You didn't go after anybody's life. You have a right to do that. You have a right to have a channel. They, however, do not have a right to threaten minor children.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad there's a detective out there that actually,
Well, you
you
see,
know,
I don't live in some little small town, so they actually have their own department for this. They take this shit seriously because of all that's happened behind it.
yeah. And that's like I said, I'm glad you have a detective that's working with you. Because most detectives say, well, just get the heck off of it. You'll the end of that.
That we shouldn't have to though. That's just it. You shouldn't have to. Because I'm never
I
gonna
keep
go.
telling
I'm never
everybody,
gonna threaten their
I
children.
keep
I'm never
telling
gonna.
every I keep telling everybody, why are we chasing these people off? If they're that dangerous, we should be keeping an eye on them. That way, if they are doing something, we can get it to the right persons that need to be informed.
I don't try to chase nobody off. Actually, stay. It's good for business. Same thing I tell BHB. I've never wanted her chased off. Stay. You're good for business. Let's be honest. They are.
BHB
Drama
is a
sells.
whole new category there.
Yeah. But I am going to end this because I
Okay.
do have to get my kids off the school bus.
Thank you
But
for
I
letting
will
me
be
up.
live later tonight on Heels in the Air if anybody wants to come over.
Oh,
All right.
sorry.
That's
Doing
right.
it again. Yeah, thank you for letting me up, Kathy.
Sure.
I'll catch your stream at 6 then.
Okay. Oh, it's not mine. It's Heels in the Air.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's on her channel. So everybody,
Okay.
Heels will be live with the Karen Reed case. It's a lot of drama in that case, sadly.
Depending on where she's starting at, I might not be in because that really triggered me bad, and really,
Yeah.
I can't watch that. That one really hits me at home.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, then. Well, thanks for coming
All
up.
right.
I appreciate it.
Yep. Big hugs, Kathy. I'll see you
You
later.
too. All right. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining me. Do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe, let me know what you think in the chat. Today was just supposed to be Sub's Choice Chit Chat and to get out about the threats. Other than that, I really didn't have any planned content for today. So I appreciate you hanging with me. And I will see you all on mods. Thank you. And I will see you all on the YouTube streets. Have a good one, everybody.